My name is SyBrenia's Robinson, and I have been a student at Strayer now for 3 semesters, and I think it's great.
You're just a new student at Strayer, and how long was it before you had been at school?
Wow. It has been 34 years since I've been in a classroom.
So, and how was that transition coming?
It was very scary. It was scary. I had doubts, mainly because of my fears. I know that, technology was going to be a problem, and I know that Strayer is, on the business line, and I knew that they were going to be dealing with computers, and that just scared me. But I was determined to come in and finish out my degree.
Before you came to Strayer, what was your process as a writer?
I really didn't have a process. It was like writing a letter to one of my family members or my friends, where you can just put down anything or any form, or, and coming here to Strayer and learning how to do it correctly. I said, wow, this is totally different from just writing free to writing in a style, a required style. It was, it's a process, and I learned the process.
Talk to me a little bit about your process as a writer, how you, when you're given an assignment, how do you get to that final thing that you're proud to hand in?
I wrote, before I came here, and it was, my style of writing, whereas I could understand it. But when I came here to Strayer, I found different ways of writing that the instructor wanted. I learned the APA style, which it took me a while to understand it. But as I was writing, I kept making mistakes, not getting it exactly right. I had to revise my papers, revise the style. But eventually, after revising my paper, 5, 6 times, and as I revised them, each time I learned more and more. When I looked at my final paper, and I looked at the first one, I was like, oh my God. It was totally different. It was totally different, and I saw the changes, and, I really liked it, and I learned.
So talk to me about revision. How do you revise? What does it mean to you? What do you do?
It means rewriting your paper over and over and over again. It meant getting my grammar, correcting my grammar. It just meant making sure that what I am writing, that the audience that I'm writing to could understand it. And just, just rewriting it to, just to make sure that it's, it's the best writing that I could have. And in writing it 2 and 3 and 4 times, I learned more and more about my subject, number one, and more of how to write it correctly.
So what advice do you have to incoming students who haven't been in school for a while about writing here at Strayer?
Don't get frustrated. If you write and it's not correct, just keep writing. Keep on. And no matter how many times you have to revise it, it's going to be worth it when you get to that last paper. Going through writing and revising 5 and 6 times, it's worth it.
Revision doesn't feel like a torture or something forced on you?
No. You may get frustrated in the beginning, but you keep on going. And that's what makes you a better writer. When you rewrite it and revise it, you would want to make it better. And it does. It gets better and better each time you revise it. And you see the mistakes that you made in the other papers, and not seeing them as you go along and not making the same mistakes over and over again. It's a joy. It really is. It's like I've accomplished this. I have this great paper here because I revised it each time.